Hello everyone, welcome to chapter number 7 of Wren and Martin English Grammar series. In today's discussion we are going to talk about numbers, noun numbers. As you better know that when it comes to counting, sometimes we mention singular and sometimes we mention plural nouns. And today in this lesson we will explain and we will explore how can we use numbering with nouns and what are the rules. And sometimes there are some exceptions. We will also discuss those examples as well. So let's start with the very beginning of singular and plural. Sometimes we are talking about one thing and the other time we may talk about two or more than two things. So whenever we are mentioning any one thing, it means we are talking about singular number. We refer to it as singular number. For example, we have tree. Tree here shows only one piece. But if I am saying trees, it is showing two or more than two. So a noun that describes or that denotes one thing or one person is said to be in the singular number, right? Such as a boy, girl, cow, bird, tree, pen, or book. So these are showing any singular nouns. A noun that denotes more than one or more thing or person, it is said to be in plural number. When you're talking about one thing, you will say that is singular number, singular noun. When you're talking about two or more than two things or materials or nouns, they will be called plural. So the noun will work as plural. How? Like boy became boys, and girls, cows, birds, trees, books, pens. So these are plural nouns. Let's move ahead and see. Because there are two numbers in English, the singular and the plural, right? How plurals are formed. In this discussion we will see what are the basic rules through which we can make plurals from singulars. Number first is the plural of nouns is generally formed by adding s to the singular. How? Boy will be boys. Pen become pens. Girl become girls. Desk become desks. Book becomes books. Cow becomes cows. So the second rule, but nouns ending in s, sh, ch or x form the plural by adding es to the singular. How? Like class will become classes, brush become brushes, match become matches, and watch become watches. Watch become watches, like we have box become boxes. So this is the second rule. Whenever there is s, sh, ch or x form, the plural will be made by adding es to the singular. Let's talk about rule number 3. And rule number 3 says that most nouns ending in o also form the plural by adding es to the singular. Now we have buffalo, buffaloes, potato, potatoes, negro, negros, mango, mangoes. Then here hero, heroes, echo, echoes, right? Volcano, volcanoes. Now these things are, you have to keep these in your minds. The rules are very quite simple. There is no logic. We just have to remember the rules and we have to apply according to the nouns we are having. Rule number 4, and rule number 4 says that a few nouns ending in O merely aid as, for example, dynamo becomes dynamos, canto becomes cantos, like piano becomes piano, kilo becomes kilos, and then we have solo becomes solos, and then we have photo become photos, like we have ratio become ratios, and then we have commando become commandos here. Okay, rule number 5. Nouns ending in y preceded by a consonant form their plural by changing y into I and adding es. For example, there is y ending with y, but before that there is a consonant, right? Like B is consonant and ending y, ending with y. Here M is consonant and it ends with y. So when there is y ending before and before there is a consonant, we need to put I and add es. Y will change into I and there will be addition of es. For example, baby becomes babies, army become armies, lady become ladies, city becomes cities, and story become stories. So this is quite simple rule. Let's move ahead and talk about some more things. Like rule number 6 says that the following nouns ending in f or fe form their plural by changing f or fe into v and adding es. For example, thief become thieves, right? We will change f with v and we will add es. Life become lives and love become loves, half become halves, and we have wife become wives, wolf become wolves, leaf become leaves, and shelf become shelves. The noun dwarf, hove, scarf, and warf take their either s or vas in plural. How? Dwarfs, we are using both. We can say dwarfs as well. So both are acceptable. Hoofs or hooves. Scarfs or scarves. Wharfs and with fs or vas both are acceptable. Other words ending in f or fe add s. For example, chief become chiefs, like gulf become gulfs, safe become safes, cliff become cliffs, proof becomes proofs, right? We need to keep this thing in mind. The next rule says that a few nouns from their plural by changing the inside vowel of the singular. For example, man become man, goose become geese, woman becomes women, mouse become mice, food become food become feet, louse become lice, tooth becomes teeth, right? Tooth becomes teeth. Okay, next rule, there are a few nouns that form their plural by adding en to the singular, like ox become oxen, child become children, right? The plural of fish is fish or fishes. In current English, fish is the usual plural. Fish can be used to refer to different kinds of fish. Some nouns have the singular and plural alike. For example, we are using both like for noun singular and plural. Like we say swine, we say sheep, deer, goat, trout, salmon, aircraft, spacecraft, or these things are examples. Like what happens in pair, dozen, score, gross, hundred, thousand. When used after numerals, for example, I bought 3 dozen oranges. We are not saying 3 dozens because there is number. With numbers, we are just talking about the singular and it will be considered singular. For example, I bought 3 dozen oranges. Some people reach the age of 3 score and 10. This sari cost me 5,000 rupees, not 5,000s. It is just 5,000. Okay, so let's move. There is another rule which says that some nouns are used only in plural. For example, names of instruments which have two parts forming a kind of pair. For example, bellows, we have scissors, we have tongues, we have pincers, we have spectacles. Names of certain articles of dress. Articles of dress. For example, we are using trousers, drawers, breeches, jeans, tight shorts, pajamas. Certain nouns is annals, thanks, precedes, tidings, environs, nuptials, assets. So these things are the examples in which we are using with s, like their plural forms. Some nouns originally singular are now generally used in the plural. For example, alms, riches, elves. Riches do many things. So these are used for singular. The following nouns look plural but are in fact singular. The name of subjects, for example, mathematics, physics, electronics, these are singular subjects. And the word news, this is singular. Please use singular verb with this when it comes there. Names of some common diseases, measles, mumps, rickets. Names of some games, billiards and drafts. Mathematics is his favorite subject study. No news is good news. India won by an innings and 3 runs. An innings, right? Measles is infectious. Billiards is my favorite game. Means is used either as singular or plural, but when it has the meaning of wealth, it is always plural. He succeeded by this means, so or by these means in passing the examination. His means are small, but he has incurred no debt. Certain nouns, though singular in form, are always used as plural. For example, poultry, cattle, women, people, gentry. These poultry are mine. Though whose are these cattle? Women destroy our property and carry disease. Who are these people, persons? There are few gentry in this town. As a common noun, people means a nation, and it is used in both singular and plural. The Japanese are a hard-working people. Japanese, this is showing nation. There are many different peoples in Europe, so it means this is talking about different tribes of people. A compound noun generally forms its plural by adding s to the principal word. For example, in commander-in-chief, we will say commanders-in-chief, coats of mail, son-in-law, sons-in-law, daughter-in-law becomes daughters-in-law. So these are the common examples. And then we say spoonful and handfuls because spoonful and handfuls are regarded as one word. Note that the proper nouns Brahman and Musalman are not compounds of man, therefore their plural are Brahmans and Muslimans. Many nouns taken from foreign languages keep their original plural form. For example, like formula becomes formulae, memorandum becomes memoranda. So these are what same, like different. We have different names. Like many nouns take their foreign languages keep their original plural form. From Greek, axis become axis, crisis become crises, basis become bases, and parenthesis become parentheses. So these are the common examples. Then we have analysis become analysis, criteria become criteria, criteria becomes criteria, and from Italian bandit becomes banditti or bandits. From French madame becomes madames. So these are the common words. Some nouns have two forms for plural, each with a somewhat different meaning. Brother, brothers, sons of the same parent, brethren, members of a society or community. Cloth, clothes, kind of piece of cloth. Sometime clothes garments. Die, dice stands for coining, and dice like small cubes used in games. Index, indexes, like, so here are some more examples. Some nouns have two meaning in their singular but only one in plural. For example, light means radiance or a lamp, and in plural lights, lamps. People, nation, in plural peoples and nations, men and women. Powder, dust, powders, doses of medicines. Practice, habit, exercise, or practice means habits. Some nouns have one meaning in their singular, two in plural. How? Color, hue, colors, hue, the flag of a regiment. Custom, in singular it means habit, customs, habits or duties levied on imports. Effect, result, effects, results or property. Right? So it means that in their singular they have one meaning, but when it comes to their plural they have two meanings. Okay, this is very important rule. We need to go with this. What is this saying? Okay, yeah, the spectacle, a sight, spectacles, light or eyeglasses. Some nouns have different meanings in singular and the plural, right? So like we have air, atmosphere, airs, affected, manners, good, benefit, well, goods, merchandise. Compass, extend, range. Compass is an instrument for drawing circles. So these are quite examples. Letters, figures and other numbers are made plural by adding an apostrophe s. For example, there are mores than a, more e's than a's in this page. Your dot your i's and cross your t's. Okay, this is very usual. So this is all about our singular and plural noun. So if you have any question, you may ask in the comment section. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.